and I could hear this super loud screeching noise. And I look at my mom and I go,
"What is that noise?"
hello, everyone! There's Chad. He's naked. I'll cover him up. You're naked. Keep you naked. You're a daily vlogger. Let's get Chad a shirt. It is almost 8 o'clock. It's 7:45 and I'm just now starting the vlog. So it's really fun. I don't know what I'm doing. Just very, very tired today. It's the first full week back from being on break. And what color pants are you wearing? Perfect. And I'm feeling it, let me tell you. I'm tired. We also went to bed really, really late last night because we stayed up waiting for Jace to finish making his cinnamon rolls. That has red and gray on it.
Don't look at me.
Right now, I'm currently waiting for this vlog to finish exporting. Then I think we're gonna go across the street so I can upload and see what the neighbors are doing. And then it's time to go to the gym. So this is not what you're supposed to be doing right now. Go get ready!
Jesus, you're loud.
Go get ready for the gym! Go get ready. Hi. No. Why are you already sweaty?
He's not. It's lip stuff.
Oh, I just saw the shimmer on your upper lip there. I thought you were sweating. What do you got for us today, Gavin?
There's food there I'm gonna remove from here.
Mom. It's 8 o'clock. What are you doing? Woman, you can't hide behind your phone. I can see you.
Are you going or not?
Are you going to the gym?
Yeah. Hey, I can look at my phone through my shirt.
Jesus.
She's probably looking at her boobies.
Mom,
No.
come on.
Let me live.
I don't want to get home at 10 o'clock.
Whatever.
While she's getting ready, I just got some meds and shit. I'm gonna steal some of her protein. First, I need to measure how many teaspoons or tablespoons or whatever is in a scoop.
Why?
That. So I know because I'm gonna put multiple scoops in here. I need to be able to measure it
Oh my god.
correctly proportions. 1 scoop is probably about 5 tablespoons. Okay, I need to write that on there. 1 scoop.
See, how's this work? Doody-doo.
Scoop
Let's
equals
see here.
5 tablespoons. There. Does she have my freaking jacket on? I tell you what. Raya! Take my jacket off your body! It is to mine! Raya, take it off. Raya.
Don't wreck
What'd you spill on it?
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You just
Do
picked
I
it
have
up off
anything
there.
on me?
Guess what? I didn't walk anywhere over here, and guess what that smudge smells like? Bacon grease. Probably from you flopping on the floor. Get up.
I didn't do it.
Get up. Hello. You don't have to tell me. I know I've been really bad at vlogging today. I don't know, I'm just so tired. Hi, Tucker. But I am gonna make myself a little protein shake. Then I am going to give you guys a little story time about my pet squirrels. So, give me 1 second.
If I lose it all.
I feel like I'm lacking a little bit of protein in my life today, so figured I could make myself one of these. For anyone that's wondering, the protein that I usually drink is it's Bomar Nutrition protein hot chocolate. That's where you say it. 1 second. Okay, so story time about the pet squirrels. I'm trying to tell them my story time about my squirrels, and all I'm doing is listening to whatever you're watching.
And I love you, but the whole world doesn't shut down because you're vlogging.
But I just need you to be more quiet. All right, so over the summer, I'm trying to think back to what month it was. I'll be able to tell you once I insert the videos and pictures, but looking back at it right now in my mind, I don't know. But anyways, I think it was early summertime. I got home from work one day, and I walked over to the neighbor's house, which is my parents' house, and I could hear like this loud, like screeching noise in the tree. They have this huge tree above their yard, or in their yard, that like hovers over their driveway. And I could hear this super loud screeching noise. And I look at my mom and I go,
"What is that noise?"
and she goes,
I think it's baby squirrels.
so we start looking up in the tree. And way, way up there in the top of the tree, I see this little teeny tiny baby squirrel. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, it's so cute. But also, I could hear a bunch of them in there making that screeching noise. And my mom said they'd been doing it all day, so we figured something happened to the mom. So, I didn't think anything was gonna happen at all. I was just doing it to be dumb. I put my hand out, and I'm looking up in the tree at these squirrels, and I go, come here, baby squirrel. Oh, come here, baby squirrel. And I kid you not, this baby squirrel makes eye contact with me and starts walking his cute little butt down the tree. Down the tree. So then I start freaking out. And at this point, my brother Gavin came outside. My mom went back inside. And I'm freaking out. I'm like,
Gavin, this squirrel is coming down the tree to me. It's coming all the way down.
and this was at the top of the tree. So the squirrel comes down. And he's coming closer and closer and closer. And I'm pooping in my pants. And Gavin was the brave one at first, who walked up to the thing and put his hand out. And the squirrel touched his hand. And then he just grabbed it off the tree. And then I think at that point, there was 4 squirrels in total. But I think at this point, that first one came down, and then the second one came down. And when the second one came down, that one came to me. And that one was the smallest squirrel. The one that came to me. And it came right to my hand. I was a little bit nervous at first. And I'll insert some pictures here while I'm talking. But this little tiny baby squirrel comes right into my hand, and it was so sweet. Now I'm trying to remember, Chad. What were the names of the squirrels? There was Steve. There was Peter was the one that I named. So the squirrel that I had a special bond with was Peter. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But there was 4 baby squirrels. There was Peter, Steven. What were the other 2? I can't remember the other 2 because they weren't really there that much.
I don't know. George?
Mm-hmm. It was Peter, Steven, George, and was it Will? Or something like that, some other name like that. But anyways, Peter was the one that really liked me. So we get these squirrels down the tree, all 4 of them. And now we're for sure that they don't have a mom, because if they had a mom, the mom would be coming and attacking us while we're holding them. So we didn't know what to do, and we put all these little tiny baby squirrels in a box. We had them hanging out. We gave them some rabbit food because we had some rabbit food left over. So we got these baby squirrels in the box. Then we read online that you ain't supposed to take baby squirrels out of the tree even if you find them, because a lot of times they can find out themselves. So there's a big knot in the top of the tree. We get a ladder out, and we scurry up the ladder, and I start putting the baby squirrels back in this knot in the tree. And every single time I'd get them all up in the tree, I'd climb down the ladder, and this one squirrel, Peter, would come straight back down. Every time, straight back down. So then I'd carry him up the tree and set him back in the knot, and he'd come straight back down. And he'd like try to come up on your feet and on your legs. So I stood up there in this ladder in the tree, which is right in the front yard, and everybody was driving by, holding the baby squirrel in the hole. And he'd come out and he'd like come and climb on me, and then I'd put him back in there, and he'd come out and he'd come and climb on me, and I'd put him back in there. Finally, they all ended up staying in there, and we went to bed. And the next day they were still in the knot, so we were like, yes, maybe they're gonna stay in the tree and they're not gonna come back down. Well, no. Peter was the one. Peter and Steven were the two that kept coming down. The other two stayed up in the tree most of the time. But Peter, and I could tell he was Peter because he was the smallest one. He looked different than all the other ones. He kept coming down every day. There was one day where my mom was, I could hear her screaming from across the street, and I go outside, and she had called me, and she was like,
You need to come over here because Peter keeps trying to climb up my legs and I can't leave.
she said that every time she was trying to go into the garage, he would chase her into the garage and try to climb up her legs. And she wasn't joking. He would just go, climb right up your legs. So, I'm going to move on to, I think, no, this wasn't the last day I saw Peter, but it was one of the last days. We had the squirrels for probably about a week and a half, maybe, I'd say. Maybe a week. About a week and a half. And every day I'd go over there and they'd come down and I'd feed him a little bit and I'd hold him and he'd climb on my shirt and walk around. We never brought him inside. I only brought one of them in my garage one time. I'm going to tell you that story in a minute. But I never brought him inside. They stayed outside and we put him back in the tree when we were done playing with him or whatever. And they would do pretty good about going back up it and then coming down to visit us and going back up. One day, there was a wicked, wicked, wicked thunderstorm. I'm talking like real wicked. Wind was blowing. I thought the trees were coming down. Anyways, we were really worried about these squirrels. Over at my house, I couldn't really see what was happening in the tree and I couldn't see what the squirrels were doing, but my mom was on the phone with me and she called me and she was like,
Hey, Peter's coming down the tree.
and I was like,
No, Peter needs to stay in the tree.
she starts freaking out saying that Peter is crossing the road to come to my house. Before this point, he had never done that. He had tried following me across the street a couple times, and my family would have to distract him to keep him over there so he wouldn't come over here. We needed to keep him in that tree with his siblings. But this time, he came, and I was in my house. He came straight across the street, and we have like the windows that are, what's our kind of house, Chad? That the windows are just like, what would you call that? Like how the windows in our basement are just like these tiny little windows that you can still see in, but they're windows. Or whatever. Our basement sticks out of the ground a little bit, and there's these little tiny windows that you can look in. He came all the way over here and sat in front of that window and looked into it. Yeah, not even kidding you one bit. So I get on Chad's big boots and I get on a coat and I go outside, and at this point I'm bawling my eyes out because I was so sad for Peter that he just wanted me so bad that he was running through all the rain and the wind and all of the danger to come over to my house. So I get a towel and I pick Peter up and I dry him off in the towel and I take him in the garage, and I'm not even kidding you, that little Peter guy, he fell asleep in my hands after I got him all nice and dried off. So that was a really sad time for me because I didn't know what to do. The squirrel thought I was his mommy, and I couldn't bring him in my house because my dogs would eat him, but I wanted to keep him because he was so cute and so nice to me. Sad, sad time. Fast forward a couple days. The last time I saw Peter and Steven and all of them, it was my sister's birthday party. And they were coming down the tree, and I think I have a video clip of this. We were feeding them some strawberries and stuff. And then one of them was acting a little weird, but after we gave him some water and some food, he was fine again. But they went up the tree that day and they never came back down, or at least we didn't see them come back down. So I don't know if something happened to them or if they just got up, packed up, and left in the middle of the night and didn't say goodbye. But that's the story of my my little pet squirrels we had for like a week and a half that stayed outside, so they weren't really my pets. But that is pretty much it for today's video. I know, not the most exciting video, but you got to learn about Peter the squirrel, so that's always fun. If I didn't put all of the clips in here, I'll put in some other clips or pictures at the end of Peter and the squirrels. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we will pick up with our regular vlogs then. So.